What is good? It is your boy PvbloGrey, and we are back with another reaction video. And today we got a clip from Bloomberg Quick Take News, and the title of it is "COVID Spread Globally Before First Cases Reported in China Study." But if I had to guess what this is, they're about to explain is that COVID was already out here before China decided to say some shit. Well, of course. I've said this before. They built this shit in fucking 2019, but they had the lab in 2015. So, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of... And they saying... this is what I'm talking about. Wordplay. Look how it says COVID and not COVID-19. It says COVID and not COVID-19. Probably meaning multiple strains of COVID or coronavirus. COVID is short for coronavirus. COVID-19 is just the coronavirus of 2019. And a coronavirus is any upper respiratory disease is a coronavirus. Be aware of that. Any upper respiratory disease is a coronavirus. So, but before we get into it, if you like what I'm doing here, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you for helping me beat the algorithm, man. I really do appreciate y'all, especially when I be taking breaks from doing this, because I like to enjoy my breaks, and I think everybody should take a break from whatever the fuck they do a lot. Just take a break for a little bit and gather yourself. Anyway, let's get to the video.
And Scarlett, Madison just mentioned that experts are saying the vaccine will start to be doled out in December. Now, at the same time, we're hearing that it's a surge in cases, and that we've also seen evidence that the coronavirus was in the United States back in December 2019. Now, that gives more evidence that the coronavirus was spreading.
In December 2019, let me say this. This is not new information. This was said already when this first was found the fuck out. This was already known. This is not new information. I hope y'all know that, which is why it was called COVID-19. Because if it only happened in 2020, it would have been COVID-20.
Globally before it was reported, before the first cases were reported in China. And so this study identified that 106 infections from over 7,300 blood samples collected by donors. This is by the U.S. Red Cross. That was sent to the CDC. And I am just curious to know more details about this, about how...
Before she gets to go on about what she's curious about, I'm curious to why did you send these fucking blood samples to the CDC? Do these people know where the fuck their blood is going? I don't think y'all understand. Sorry, let me sip my health smoothie. I don't think y'all understand how powerful blood actually is. Whether you believe that in a spiritual sense, a science sense, a religious sense, blood is very powerful. Just having your blood allows people to know a lot of fucking information about you. DNA. It's DNA. And I say this because, now y'all know I get into my spiritual shit in other videos on this page. But when it comes to blood, like, you sign your name in blood, like, you know what a blood contract is. Like, whether you believe in that religiously or spiritually, there's some fucking strength in it. Just imagine if somebody did some shit with your blood, and it's just like somebody having your DNA, having your fingerprints. Imagine somebody having your fingerprints and they did a fucking crime and they intentionally put your fingerprints on the shit. It's literally the same thing. Your fingerprints is your outer fingerprint, and your blood is your inner body's fingerprint. It still carries your DNA, still carries you. Why the fuck are they sending your shit out? Did you know they sent your shit out to the CDC? Do y'all know where the fuck your blood goes after you donate blood? You probably don't. That's not safe. At least not spiritually, bro.
how they gathered the information, and really what comes next now that we know this information that COVID-19 was in the U.S. sooner.
Yeah, because up until now, the accepted narrative was that COVID began sometime in December 2019 in Wuhan, China, which is kind of like the Midwest of China. The country tried to keep it really quiet under temps, and word eventually got out in January, but the rest of the world thought it was a Chinese issue, kind of like different viruses that had cropped up in that country before. So it really begs the question, if maybe it didn't originate in China, maybe it originated somewhere else, and we've been thinking that it's been a China.
Bruh. Oh, hell no. I can't believe this is where they taking this narrative. Y'all see how easy they do this shit? That's how quickly the fucking narrative shit. Just remember, there was a point in time where everybody agreed this is where the fuck the shit came from. There's evidence that show that this is where the shit came from. And the evidence date back to 2015, bruh. 2015. So it's just like, now you're gonna say that this happened somewhere other than China? Bro, they have the evidence that states the fucking virus was created in that lab, bro. This seems like they're already trying to make China look good as Biden gets into office. They're already doing the let's leave China out of this and we do backdoor shit with these niggas. Let's make them look good first as I get into office. That's what it looked like.
China source virus all along.
Right, it is. And it's worth noting that this is not the first batch of evidence showing that the virus could have entered the U.S. before 2020 or even before China, before China saw so. So a patient in France was.
And again, they're basing this, they're saying that there's evidence that it happened in the U.S. before China saw so. Bro, I said this in multiple videos months earlier. Bro, almost a year ago, when this shit first happened. China has all the right to not give you any accurate information. They also have the right to not give you any information at all. So what makes you think a regime of people, and I'm not talking about the people of China, I'm talking about the government of China. What makes you think this regime of people who disagree with everything that is done in the United States as far as democracy and how shit goes, what makes you think they're going to give you accurate information? Because you asked for it? Don't be so fucking naive. There's a whole lot of bullshit going on right here. I hope y'all can see this. This is just as fishy as the fucking election.
Found to have contracted this virus after being hospitalized with flu-like symptoms back in December. That was at the end of December. And this contradicted, of course, official statistics that showed that COVID-19 reached the country from people returning from Wuhan, just as you say.
A lot to get your head around here, especially as we look back to those crazy days of December 2019, early 2020.
Well, that's the end of the fucking video. First off, let me say, fuck Bloomberg and everything you stand for. But thanks for the clip, I guess. I can't believe this is where they're going with this narrative. If y'all go look back in my previous videos, I might put it up in the cards or some shit. I've spoke on this shit and shown the evidence where the shit was created in 2015. Or there's evidence that viruses have been made and funded by us in the Wuhan lab since 2015. They've been working on multiple different viruses. COVID just got out of hand. Intentionally? Who knows? Somebody does. But that's really all I got to say for this one, man. Y'all like what I'm doing here. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Also, y'all, thank you for everyone who purchased merch. I really do appreciate it. You'll be able to find that shit in the link in the description. In that link, you'll also be able to find music and other content, social media. I just dropped a mixtape, a tape, an album, whatever the fuck you want to call it, a streamable collection of music. I just dropped this shit 11:30 on November 30th. It's great music from the heart, some real shit. Peace and love. that's really all I be speaking about. Peace, love, and the real shit, the truth. So yeah, go do that. Go stream that for me. I appreciate it. Pablo out.